In 1938, there was a gentleman named Harold Burroughs Meyer, and he was a theatrical designer and a sound engineer. And he began developing techniques that would control the emotional response of audiences and to create mass hysteria. And so from there, you have this Rockefeller-Rothschild alliance. What they were doing is not only were they looking at ways to steer the masses, but they wanted to change the standard tuning of A to 440 hertz. And the timing of that is no coincidence, because 440 hertz is a destructive frequency, and that it can retrain our thoughts towards disharmony, disruption, and disunity.
You ever wonder why some artists like the Beatles and big rock bands and big rap artists like Travis Scott, Beyonce, you ever notice how they fans are just, they just go crazy as if they're under a trance, right? This is a real thing that is happening. I'm about to tell you why, okay? Well, there's a thing that is called audio drugs. I mean, go look it up. It's going to blow your mind if you want to go down that rabbit hole, right? Now look at this. You can go Google this for yourself. Audio drugs. It says it right there. And it's talking about how these are different audio files that are played in each ear to alter brain waves and to induce altered states of consciousness, right? And they're referring it to relaxation or focus, while marketed to mimic highs like marijuana or LSD. Come on, people. Let's get back to the video. It's called audio drugs, where they embed certain frequencies in music that controls behaviors, moods, and people's activities. This is done unconsciously, so we don't even know this is being done, all right? And this manipulates the frequencies that is produced through a person's feelings and emotions, all right? And this could be good emotions, it could be bad emotions. These embedded frequencies amplifies those emotions and feelings, okay? Drugs is gonna amplify. If you on sex, violence, even depression, you know what I'm saying? Even depression, it amplifies that. I've done videos about how satanic priests that worked with the music industry came forth and they spoke on how master recordings were prayed over and embedded with certain satanic frequencies. Okay, starting to make sense. Okay, and then these master recordings are mass produced and duplicated, right, so that the world can consume these. And the crazy part about it is we have to pay for this just to happen to us. And remember, it's done unconsciously. You're buying music that is basically gonna put you in a trance through the frequencies. Okay,
so when you buy music, try to buy it that it's recorded in 432. And 432 and 440, 440 is dissonant. It's not harmonizing to the soul. It is not smooth. It is dissonant. In other words, it's negative. It will affect you negatively.
Our brain communicates electrically, okay? And these frequencies that are really embedded perceptions start bonding and communicating with the brain's circuitry, basically. All right, so you basically they're rewiring your thoughts through these embedded messages, and it's processed and stored so that you are full of negative projected perceptions unconsciously. They changed the A note frequency from 432 hertz to 440 hertz. And this was done by Rockefeller. This negative frequency that is throwing us all off balance with Mother Nature, which is called the circadian rhythm. I talk about that all the time. It throws off your nights and days, which make people have sleeping disorders, okay? Also, we're unaligned and out of tune with ourselves, fucking with these frequencies. We out of tune, just like a piano or a guitar. And when they out of tune, they don't play in unison or in harmony, okay? That's why I say, bro, you gotta understand what's going on, man. This also attacks like over 90% of your brain's functionality, which attacks the right side of your brain, okay? Because that's the side that governs emotional interpretation. I told y'all this is silent weapons for quiet wars. You're fighting wars from the mind. They got you here because they know so much about this. And then they put you in an environment that goes right along with it, and you don't know the difference. Every emotion, thought, and feeling has a frequency. Hate has a frequency. Love has a frequency. Anger has a frequency. If these frequencies was manipulated, right, they then can manipulate or dictate your actions. You're being controlled and governed in ways most people don't know or can't comprehend. So when you speak of what's going on in the world, it ain't fully you. Look up in the sky. You gonna see those white clouds behind those planes, them chemtrails. They may number all types of metals. You're literally walking Wi-Fi. To hide what is going on, they scientifically select terms and words that doesn't sound as harsh or bad, so that people won't notice what's really happening to them. This is how far they go. By selecting certain words that make you think like, oh, that's nothing. This is the difference between $100 and $100. They embedded hidden messages subconsciously just below the threshold of perception. They would plant these frequencies and messages in music, theater, movies, the internet, even commercials on TV at home, and the radio. Listen, and over a period of time, you being molded by these negative frequencies that's building up, and then they'll create a crisis or some type of event that will trigger those built up emotions from